Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the humble truth. Life is a blessing because it really is. Life is really a blessing, and it's always good to be humble. It's always good to be humble and realize that life is a blessing. You have so many great things going on in your life. You have so many great things to be happy for. You have so many great things to be proud of. I know a lot of times you don't look at it, you don't think about it because, life can get hard. It's hard to notice the good things of life when everything is going wrong in your life. You know what I mean? But it's still so many great things to be thankful for. You can be thankful that you woke up this morning. You can be thankful for your house that you live in, for your apartment that you live in, for your trailer you live in, wherever you live in at. If you got a roof over your head, be thankful for having that roof over your head, that roof over your head. If you riding a bike to work, be happy that you ride your bike. If you walking to work, be happy that you can get up. Be thankful that you can get up and walk to work. Or however your mode of transportation is getting you back and forth. Be thankful and happy that you can do it. No matter how um, much money you may have in your bank account, be glad and happy that you can get up and that you have a bank account. There's so many people all over this world, all over this country that is really, really going through it. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really going through it. And you think yours is bad. Well, that's until you talk to somebody else who's doing worse. Old saying goes, with it, how it goes, it said a man with no shoes felt bad until he saw the man with no legs. You know what I'm saying? It's always like that. It's always somebody else that got a little bit harder situation than you got. But you don't really see it because you too focused on what you got going on, not realizing that it can get a lot worse. So I just want to get that out of the way. And sometimes people may look at my videos, and you may not understand why I say the things I say or where I'm coming from. And I'm just tell you where I'm coming from and why I'm thinking the way I think and why I say the things I say. Because I haven't always thought this way. I haven't always seen things this way. Not 100%. There was a time when I didn't think about anything racial at all. Not at all. I mean, I heard it coming up in my household. People would say different things, but I never really paid no attention to it. I kept it moving with my life, and that's how it was. I got older. I joined the military. I got in the military. I started getting involved with different organizations. I started getting involved with fraternity, a different, certain fraternal order, and stuff like that. And I mean, I was all with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going fine. And then as the years went on, I still didn't have no problems with nothing. I still had no crazy thinking. But you always got this point where you're convinced of some things, right? So like you hear things, people saying things, and then you take on that same thing. You start identifying with it, like, oh, they did this to me because I'm black. I started thinking like that too. I was saying all of those things, but it wasn't lining up because I'm living a pretty good life in the military, and ain't nobody of the opposite race doing anything to me that I didn't already bring on myself. You know what I'm saying? Not outright. It wasn't lining up, but that's how I was talking. I was talking as if somebody's really stopping me when ain't nobody really stopping me. And to be honest, nobody's really stopping anybody. The only person that's really stopping you, if it is somebody stopping you, is you because you are saying that to yourself. But anyway, that's what I was doing. I was talking like that. I was speaking like that. And time kept going, and then I got to the point where I mean I was full fledged, all in. Yeah, that was who I was, and I had the whole guard. I was wearing the dashikis, I had the pieces on. All of the beads and all of that going on. I had all that stuff rocking for me. And one day I went, I never forget. I walked inside this store one time. It was a real African dude, standing behind the counter. He was like, "What part of Africa you from?" And I was like, he caught me off guard with that question. And I'm a quick thinker. I knew right away where he was coming from, and I was like, it stopped me. I was like, man, and I never forgot that. It always stuck with me after that. And I just got to thinking, I'm like, I'm not from Africa, even though they say we are descendants of slaves and the slaves came from Africa. That's true, but I'm not from Africa. I'm from right here in the United States. This is where I was born. This is where I'm from. My ancestors, long time ago, may be from Africa. I'm not from there. I'm from right here in the United States. You get what I'm saying? So, that was the beginning right there that I started changing my mindset. It didn't click in right away, but that was where it began. Like, I started thinking about different things and what I was doing and how I was going about it. And so, but I hasn't changed yet. I'm still doing good things. I'm still trying to help. I'm still being helpful. I'm trying to be the one to help the community. I want to start prior to that, I wanted to start this organization called Save the Youth. I went back to my hometown and I was trying to save the youth. And I had all these people that were supposed to show up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna support. I'm in my hometown, and man, the day of, nobody showed up, but one person showed up, and I was like, well, "What's going on?" Because I thought everybody was down. Yeah, we're gonna be down. We're gonna say to you, we're gonna start having this meeting, and we're gonna get it popping and all that. That's what they was saying, man. It was hype. They had everything set up, ready to go. Made the reservation to the place. We're gonna meet up. We're gonna start off small. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna save these youth. It didn't happen like that. Nobody showed up. I'm like, dang, nobody showed up. So I took it on the chin. Kept on going, kept moving forward. So a few years later, so in between time, I'm still doing things. I'm still helping kids go back to school. I'm buying school supplies. I'm buying book bags, giving it out to the kids. I'm even mailing it out to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it in the mail, sending it to women, single mothers with kids, so the kids can have school supplies, and she don't gotta pay for it. I'm doing all of that stuff, and so I'm still doing all of that. And then I was gonna do it again to save the youth thing. I went right back to my hometown again. People was all for it again. They ready to go again. I set it up, had everything ready. I got the room set up. We're gonna come in. We had this meeting. I had all the plan already. I'm gonna set the plan, tell everybody what's going on. This how it's going down. I did all of that. Get there for the thing. Nobody show up again. Now I'm starting to get like, I'm starting to see that it ain't all that I thought it was. And so when that started happening, it made me start looking at like all other things that I wasn't looking at before. Now I start looking at how we really act, what we really do. Start, opening my eyes to some things that I hadn't been paying attention to before, because I was all about one thing, like we are the victims, somebody doing something to us, all these things. I didn't know enough, as I come to realize. So that I kept going, I kept doing things for people, and kept sending out stuff. And I was like, hey, the only thing I required was, so that situation was over. Nothing happened there. I took it as a loss. But I didn't stop sending out school supplies. Like, beginning of the school year, that's what I would do. I would send the school supplies out. So one year, I was sending out school supplies, and I'm in another group. And I had a group, and I had about, inside of that, it was a group on social media, and I probably had about 6,000 some members that was in that group. And one of the people that I was helping out, sending school supplies to, was also in that group. Well, actually, a few people was in that group that I was helping out. And I had made I said something critical about black people in the group. And the people that I was helping, no, not the people, but this one particular person that I was helping turned on me, like started going in on me, like really going in. I mean, calling me out my name, calling me all kind of things. Don't trust him. Um, don't trust him. He ain't for us. All this and that. And I'm like, yo, I've been helping your kids, sending your kids school supplies. And I can't say nothing critical about black people. I can't be critical. No, I couldn't be critical. And that's when that was like, that amongst other things, that was like the nail in the coffin for me. That's when I started realizing something ain't right. So you can't say nothing to us at all without somebody getting offended and getting their feelings. And then that's when I really started to deep dive into like all aspects of the community. And when I started pulling back the covers, I started realizing like, yo, we screwed up. We are screwed up. And then I started looking at stats. I started looking at all these things is wrong. And then I started looking at behaviors, and I started figuring out why these behaviors were this way. And then I realized that it was nobody but us doing this to each other. It wasn't, now it was a time when people were, you can say, holding us back if that's what you want to say. But today, that ain't the case. That's not the case today. Today, everybody that's going through whatever they're going through today, it's self-inflicted. So I stopped going down that path of black power because I realized that it's just a setup for failure. That black people don't really care like they say they do. See that bug flew on top of me. But then I realized they don't care like they say they do. It's a lie. They don't really care. The only thing they care about is you giving them something and continuing to promote their victimhood. But it ain't changing nothing. Nothing is changing. The same things continue to happen over and over again no matter what. And I went back like a lot of years and I was looking at all these stats. And I was looking at all the stuff that has been going on over the years and all the things that we do have in our favor that people are not using and capitalizing on. But they still keep complaining about somebody's doing something to them. Nobody's doing anything to black people today. Okay, you got a few, few people getting shot, and now they using those few to make it a big deal. I'm not saying that should happen to anybody, but come on, man. Look at it. Look at it. It's not really that many. It's not happening like at a crazy amount. But that's what you would think if you didn't know the numbers and you wasn't doing your research. And I couldn't have realized that most black people just cry and whine about nothing. Because they want something free. They want somebody to give them something. That's what I come to realize. And they've been conditioned to be this way, and they don't even understand what they're doing. They just think this is what they're supposed to do. Just like when they go to vote, they think this is what they're supposed to do. Not realizing anything else about it. Just go in there, check that box. I done this because my ancestors was unalive for my right to vote, and that's a lie. It's not true at all. That's not true at all, but that's what it is, right? That's the narrative. They have no clue, man, of the things. And then when you try to tell them the truth, they get mad at you for telling the truth. Like, no, don't wake me up. You know how a person is sleep. You ever been real sleepy? Like you've been sleeping all night. You've been sleeping good. You nice and cozy in your slumber. And then somebody come wake you up and you get mad like you don't want to be woke. Don't wake me up. You want them to get away from you because they waking you up out of your sleep. That's how the community is. That's how most of the black community is. And I don't care what level they on. I don't care what financial level they on. I don't care where they live at, what they got, it don't matter. That mindset is still the same. Do not wake me up out of my sleep. And me saying what I say is like I'm trying to wake them up out of their sleep. And they don't want to be bothered. You know, they call your name, you know, you all these names. But I just want to share that little bit with you. And that's how I got down this path that I'm on right now. And I don't mean anybody any harm, but I'm not going to stop telling you the truth, because these are the topics that I know you got people out there that's talking about our community, other black people, yes. But they're not touching on the things that I'm talking about. I haven't seen, they might be, but I don't think they're talking about it like the way I'm speaking on it. I wanted to speak on it in a way that you can understand it and that you can really look around and see it and you can apply it to yourself in some type of way. That's the way I'm coming at it. I ain't trying to use a lot of big words. I ain't trying to do a lot of clips. I ain't trying to add a lot of other videos in. I'm just telling you straight. I ain't doing nothing fancy. I'm just telling you straight. And hopefully somebody, if only one person can hear this and change their direction in life, I'm happy about that. Because I know that you ain't going to get nowhere in life continue to think that you are some type of victim when you're not. You have every opportunity that can be offered to you right at your fingertips. They handed it to you. And people still complaining. You can go to any school you want to go to. You can go and get hired on any job you want to get hired at. Because they got things in place that make it so they're going to pretty much give you the job if you come in there presentable and respectful and ready to do what you got to do. Because they don't want to be called a racist. You get stopped by the police, you can get away with it if you just comply. They'll let you go because you're black. I promise you, they don't want no problems because of what comes behind messing with you. They don't want to deal with that problem. They want to go. They don't want no problems, but they'll take it there if you take it there. But you got everything right at your fingertips. But yet we still out here fighting and complaining like we don't have everything at our fingertips. How can we have all of these luxuries that we have, but yet still claim that somehow we being held back and somebody is doing something against us? How about they just don't like you, like you don't like them? I can respect that more than I can respect somebody being racist towards you. That's a lie. Anybody, it's not happening. But anyway, I don't want to. I just want to explain that to you, so you can kind of understand how I got to this place. That's how I got here. All right. Look, change your life around. You know, it's a beautiful life. It's a great life that we have, that we've been given the opportunity to live. Don't spend your whole life angry. Don't spend your whole life mad. Don't spend your whole life like that. It's a waste of life to walk around here angry, mad, pissed off at somebody about something that ain't really there, that you created for yourself, that you really can't change. And it really ain't nothing to change, but you live your whole life like that and pass away, and you didn't enjoy your life at all because you had hatred. All you did was live with hatred in your heart all your life. Did that make sense to you? I mean, if it makes sense, you keep on doing that. But if you want to live a better life, find forgiveness, get rid of the anger, and enjoy your life. Enjoy the things that you've been given and put right in front of you. Walking around with hate and anger for people is not going to help your life at all. It's only going to make you worse. Y'all take care.